What's going on YouTube? This is Dr. Waddy, and today I got another prescription for you. I'm going to be bringing you guys a Starcraft 2 game. Yes, I do play Starcraft. It is awful when I play, but I'm starting this new series with Pyro, and we're going to basically go from Bronze to Master League, or that's the goal at least. I have very little RTS experience. I pretty much never got into the Warcraft scene. I mean, the only Warcraft I ever played was Dota, and so I really don't have any experience when it comes to RTSs. I suck pretty badly at them, so hopefully, as I queue and get completely destroyed, you will enjoy by laughing at me, and or my pain will be your guidance or salvation, whatever. Anyways, so this is like the third game that I have played after my placement matches, just kind of getting used to this new idea that I'm going for. And basically the three things that I'm looking at here are my three metrics are going to be a 3-minute 40-second expansion to my natural, and I want to have 50 SCVs and 100 supply at the 10-minute mark. So let's see how I did. Start off is pretty simple. We're just going to have this basically fast forwarded at 8x. So I've got this out here, and the first thing to kind of, I'm actually going to rewind a little bit there. The first thing to kind of pay attention to here is right as you hit 11 of 11, you want to make sure that your supply depot is just about to finish, so that the second it finishes, you can actually re-queue, and boom, now you have your 12th coming out of production the second your supply depot hits. So, that's one thing. Like I said, that's not really in the metrics. That's not something that I'm completely focused on, but it's something that is huge for Terran players. The way you do this is as soon as you queue the 10th SCV, the 9th one should run out here and create the supply depot as soon as possible, and then everything pretty much just lines up perfectly. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and move on from here. Just basic SCVs, building my first barracks. Gonna go ahead and start getting a few Marines out. Got another supply depot, so I'm now barricaded. I'm now safe. Now, the first thing I want to do here is get my natural expansion, but I wanted to get it at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And as you can see, I'm failing. I'm just about to have enough resources to it. I'm pretty sure I planned it like 410. There it is. Okay, so I'm about 40 seconds-ish, 53 seconds actually, behind, and that's going to make a difference. So, that's something to keep in mind, is 53 seconds is huge in StarCraft. I mean, it's absolutely epic. That's like basically, anyways, it's just really big. I don't know why I'm derping over here and building these supply depots. This is not part of the usual build. Again, like I said, this is like my third game, so a better place for them would have either been building them here and or here. As you can see, I haven't even built a bunker yet. I don't even think I built a bunker, so let's see. I don't believe I do. So yeah, I start building my barracks outside of my base, which again is horrible, because let's say a Zerg hits me now, and he just barely manages to kill off this army. He can take out this barracks, then he can put, pressure on my natural the whole time I'm rebuilding. I haven't resealed my base, I have nothing going on in here, so that's a lot of fail going on here. Not only that, but I noticed that I'm at 510 minerals, which means I'm not building enough barracks, which I should have been building to begin with. Moving on. Basically, yeah, I keep derping like this and just building a bunch of these barracks and supplying myself with plenty of Marines. About now is good, but either way, we're looking for 10 minutes. I got my first attack here, so let's go ahead and back that up. Sorry about that, I was not expecting that so soon. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and slow it down here so you guys can see this in real time. So he's coming up, he's got a couple Marauders, he's got a couple Marines, I've got a lot of Marines, and he even has Riot Shields for him, so he's got him upgraded a little bit, but I'm just plain old Zerging him down. And he's going to run, I'm going to chase. At this point I think I've got him, and I think I'm going to win my first game, and I'm pretty wrong. So I follow, and I've chased him basically all the way back to his base. Now, mind you, I got pretty distracted by this, so I'm not even sure I'm building SCVs anymore. Yeah, I actually am. I'm actually managing to keep supply going, so I'm not getting supply blocked. I managed to lock a bunch of Marines in here, which is stupid. Spread out your barracks a little bit more. That's a huge thing. But anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and basically chase him all the way back to his base, and this is about where it gets messy. As you can see, he manages to hold me with his backup army, and this whole time this shit's just sitting here. So what I should have done is, instead of chasing him, I should have just waited until about this wave had built up, maybe one more wave after this, and then I should have just gone ahead, and I probably would have won, because right here is not enough to hold off that much of a wave. So I probably would have won that battle there. Well, anyways, let's see how it goes. Obviously I lost there. So I'm massing. Okay, 10 minutes. Let's see. How many SCVs do I have? I have 47. A little on the light side. I was probably about 44, 45 at the actual 10-minute mark. So again, the goal is to get to 50 SCVs, natural expansion at 340, so as you can see I'm still lagging behind a little bit, and that's a lot of barracks, but as you can see I even have 1,500 minerals, which means I should have had about twice this, and I should have been building it all over the place inside of my base, and building these supplies outside of my base, so I basically did it in complete reverse order. Anyways, moving on. I'm getting my Marines, SCVs, Marines, oh my god, pause it. Okay, so another little engagement happens here, and I win again, barely. Moving on to his base, moving on. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and slow it down. Alright, so I'm gonna lose this engagement. Not only does he have the high ground, but he's got upgrades, he's got marauders. Bad day for me. But basically, I need to start spreading out at this point, I'm thinking, because for some reason, having 1,200 resources that I'm not using is not enough. So I start expanding for no reason, and he starts amassing an army that is probably going to be able to rape mine. Now again, I'm just sitting here. If I could have managed to mobilize this army and just keep it coming in waves, I would have been able to put enough pressure on his natural that I don't think he'd have been able to keep it going long enough, and as you can see, I am destroying him on production, so I really should have been a lot more aggressive in this game. For some reason, I moved down here with my army instead of moving around the way I did the first time, but it doesn't really matter. Both of our armies are going to kind of meet here in the middle, which is interesting, because he has a tank now. And I'm hoping to get to that tank. I know not a lot of micro really happens here in the Bronze League, and I'm not very good at microing rather, so I kind of got owned, and he basically is going to take my natural, or my second expansion now. Let's go ahead and speed this up so you guys don't have to just watch nothing happening. I hit him with another attack. We basically start like this base trade thing, where, you know, he's got medevacs, he's got marauders, I have unupgraded Marines, and we're both going to attack each other's bases. He wipes out my secondary, I go in to wipe out his natural. I get the natural, but then here comes this giant army, and as you can see, it's just too much for me, and I lose all of my Marines. And at this point, I've basically lost the momentum. He has this giant base, he can rebuild. I haven't put enough pressure on him because I'm still just sitting here. Not pushing, I'm not doing anything. He comes in to attack my secondary again, I move out my Marines, and I managed to basically get him down to just about nothing, but while I'm rebuilding, so is he. This time he's getting Banshees, so we're just kind of going back and forth. It's such a close game, but unfortunately, because he keeps killing my secondaries out here, and he's got invisible Banshees, and he's just running them away from me, and it's annoying, but I managed to get this army up. I get back up to his base, and it's just not enough to wipe him out completely. He manages to take with just a little bit more, and I'm still just losing barely on these engagements. And so something you got to keep in mind here is that, you know, I keep losing these engagements, and one of the most crucial things that I have not done is I am not reinforcing on the fights. I am not using these these Marines to come up and continuously resupply. I should have used basically my barrackses and basically just had them hotkeyed out to here, rally point rather, so that my Marines would just constantly reinforce and I'd be able to probably overrun him. And again, had I been able to get my natural at 340 and not at 410, had I built my barracks inside of my base, I would have had him out sooner, I would have had the Marines out sooner, I would have been attacking his base more aggressively, and I would have overwhelmed him a lot faster. So let's kind of just see how this plays out. I've got this massive ball coming in at his base, here we go, and he just kind of kites me back. He's got enough adrenaline and all that and shit, and he's just basically got me at this point. I'm trying to defend off his little banshee harass that he's doing, but he's wiping out some of my SCVs and it's annoying, and he's just in general being an asshole, so I have to start splitting up my armies to protect my bases. Again, another bad decision. I've got Marines here, I've got Marines here, I've got Marines here, and I don't have Marines here, which is where I need them. So he basically gets this massive army, I can't really hold it, and he pretty much just comes in and wipes me out. So basically it's a 30-minute game, but as y'all could see, it was basically over at like about the 8 to 10 minute mark, because all the way back here, let's look at the 8 to 10 minute mark. Yeah. If we go all the way back to here, you can see that he has an army before I do, when I should have had an army before he did. And so what that really tells me is that I just didn't move fast enough. If I'd have moved faster, I would have been in a much better situation. I have twice or 3 times his resources, and I have more supply and everything. That's not the problem. The problem is I simply just screwed up and didn't build. So that's pretty much what I'm focused on. I'm focused on trying to hit my metric. I'm focused, my 3 minute 40-second natural, my 50 SCVs by 10 minutes, and my 100 supply by 10 minutes. I didn't quite reach that in this game. I stuttered a little bit. Again, this is still very new to me, but because of that, I didn't manage to be able to win this game, even though I definitely could have. So that's all for this video. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my other medical advice. If you guys have any other illnesses you'd like me to cover, make sure to leave them in the comments below. And this is basically just going to be an on-running series, so I'll have more videos out like this. And if you guys are liking this content, make sure to give me that feedback by hitting that like button. And until next time, remember to always read your side effects label.